RDC World is a group of 7 people, but started out with me and Mark. Discovering really came from when I met Mark.
I wasn't thinking I want to create a group. These were my ideas that I just want to make something. And Af was obviously the first one on board. I feel like he was just always on board.
However we first met, I kind of painted him as the bully of the neighborhood.
He still be swearing that I was a bully.
But over time, I realized that we actually do have a lot in common.
I love anime, and he was like, I love anime too.
Black people don't watch no damn anime.
The community of anime was not like today.
So many black people didn't want us associated with being lame.
I could see that there was a community, but not for the people of our colors. So I didn't expect that. We would build a culture around anime and nerd stuff.
We was really the only one that believed in it at first. But we was chasing our dreams together.
RDC World stands for Real Dreams Change the World. And ultimately, yeah, that's just the mission. I was born in Houston, but I was adopted by my great-grandparents when I was 6 months old. My father was 13, and my mother was 16. Growing up, I was raised in the hood. So my great-grandmother, she was so stern. I feel like everybody has their own energy. Energy was calmer. So I feel like that was instilled in me. Yeah, that old soul just crept into me. For me, drawing was an outlet to really express myself creatively. It was a way for me to internalize how I felt about certain situations. I really like to draw everything I see on TV, Goku going Super Saiyan. This is, but I love it. I'm gonna just refer to them as mom and dad throughout this. But I vividly remember my dad saw my drawings for the first time. He was like, oh, whoa, I didn't even know you drew. I got a lot of positive feedback. So it's like, okay, I can actually do this. Positive environment. Until my great-grandma got breast cancer. She passed when I was 7. So I think drawing gave me that time to like, okay, I can sit down and patiently draw something and not have to worry about like what else is going on around me.
I wanted to be a writer because I couldn't draw. I ain't gonna lie to you. My dad, he loved like TV shows, movies, and he liked comic books. But he was the first one who showed me anime. He didn't know it was an anime per se. He just thought it was a cartoon. It's really anime that made me be like, I want to create. Like that shit just was so cool to me. Just like, it was just so cool to me. So I used to just write down ideas that I felt like would be a cool comic book. Back in the day, niggas wasn't fucking with anime like that. Dragon Ball Z is the most accepted anime for black people. That's just it. You go anything further than Dragon Ball Z, niggas is like, all right, but what the fuck you doing?
At the end of the day, you want to be a nerd. You're going to get roasted if you try to run down a hallway, you feel me?
So that's why I was happy meeting after middle school. I think that was the first thing we ever connected on. I love anime, and he was like, I love anime too.
I guess I had a 2-part childhood, you know what I'm saying? Where I grew up in my first place, and then the neighborhood where I met Mark and them at.
In our community, we had a whole group of friends. And then Af one day just moved in out of nowhere, randomly. He was pretty quiet. I know he didn't like me.
Mark was really good at roasting, so I was like, I'm gonna distance myself from this guy and try to fit in, not really nerd out. And then Mark fucking nerded out, but he was still the cool kid, so I'm like, I'm befuddled at this point.
I found out he was an artist, and I was like, bro, I'm a writer. I wasn't a damn writer, but I was like, I got stories in my head, and he was into that.
I didn't expect that. Again, this is 07, 08. I don't have no community. right, cool, this is my thing. Turns out, it was his thing as well.
Told him I want to make a manga. He was like, damn, that'd be cool. Let's make a manga.
And a manga is not an easy feat. It was our 10th grade year. I was doing the drawings and Mark was developing the characters and writing out the story. But, yo, this guy was on my ass.
And I was like, man, bro, you gotta hurry. I was rushing his artist.
Yo, we need to finish this by this time.
I was underestimating how long it would take to actually draw manga.
At this point, it's like senior year. So Mark submitted it to a bunch of publishing companies, but they were pretty much like, yo, we got your stuff. They're basically saying it's trash, but they're not gonna say it's trash.
I was like, they played us. At that time, I was watching YouTube like a lot. It made me feel like, oh, you can make it without going the whole Hollywood route.
I'm using YouTube as a stepping stone so I can get to what I really want to do, which is being a story writer for manga and anime. Special thanks to all my fans, my 300 subscribers, and 1 million, but hey, it's better than nothing.
The difference I saw in him was the fact that, like, regardless on how he's going to get to completing the idea, he's gonna bulldoze whatever's in there. So I was like, okay, hey, I don't know what we're doing, but we're gonna jump out the plane, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna build another plane before we hit the ground.
What's up, y'all? RDC World 1.
RDC World here. RDC World 1. Subscribe.
Mark came to me one day and was like, yo, I have an idea for the name of our channel.
RDC World means real dreams change the world.
I typed it in, I said, oh, it's taken. So he was like, all right, just put a 1 at the end. I said,
I mean, it's 2012. It really wasn't that crazy. Like, we just made the channel and then it was like, bet, man, we got a name. And then we just went on about normal day. It was history from there.
You know, we've been gone for a minute, all of us. Went to college, you know what I'm saying? I don't really see what's the great thing about college.
I didn't even want to go to college. I had already told my mom, I'm not making no film. Just y'all watch. Me and Af College was 40 minutes away from each other.
we still have the channel, so we're making videos left and right.
Check this out.
On our own, but putting them on anime at that time was not like today. There was no like social media community, so I didn't think people would be interested in nerd culture and black comedy, honestly.
I wanted to show the black community that you could be cool and like anime. Like, I don't know why it's gotta be one or the other.
And it was working.
It's your boy Af. No, I'm kidding. I don't talk like that. But I wanted to thank you guys for 2,000 subscribers. It really means a lot to us.
But around that time, my great-grandfather passed. So he actually left me with his house, the house I grew up in. So my friend Ben, who dropped out of school and went back to Waco, Ben ended up moving to my place. So we're like trying to make the mortgage payment. That was the first time I really had like a 9-to-5. Having that, coming home, trying to muster up the energy to continue to make videos, even though it's like my passion is like challenging as shit. I'm really going through it. And at the same time, I got the foreclosure notice. At this point, I could see that being like the extent of my career. Me and Ben get a apartment close to Mark, Leland, and Desmond. Okay, now we really gotta do this because I don't have another plan. Like I said, like we jumped out the plane.
So if y'all wanna know what the rest of RDC World 1 is, we got Desmond right here.
What's up?
We got the rest of the bums back. To me, in a main role that has to do a lot. And Af is like very technical, intelligent as hell. You gotta understand, I can't trust nobody else on the camera but that. So it was us 5 for the longest.
There was always people gravitating to a division.
Around the video game house is where like I started using Dylan heavily. That's the boy. That's the boy. And John was already helping us out with videos. He just loved being around the process too.
Over time, it just became everybody knowing their roles and just being together to make something authentic.
I could think of very creative ideas really fast. And the team being funny as hell, they add on to it.
It just comes from a combination of all of us getting together, having those experiences, and we're saying like, yo, is this something we want to make a video off of? But everything get done quickly. And I think having those reps makes it easier to execute. Our first viral video was definitely When People Take Anime Too Far.
And that mug blew up. It had 1 million views in 11 hours. I didn't know you can get that many views that quick.
It was like another one of those moments, yo, this is attainable. Hey, let's make another one.
Are you sure about this? Of course I am.
We all wanted to show anime in a different light. I was watching reality shows and I was like, why don't we just do that with anime characters? You don't know what you're talking about. And give them even more personality, like mix ours in with it.
As it progressed, it became more of a storyline to where Anime House 5 is a whole hour-long, I don't want to say movie or film, but it's basically like a piece of art. I didn't know I had 45 million views. Like, it's pretty great. We started the channel in 2011. It became what it was around 2015, 2016.
RDC World is, without a doubt, one of the most talented groups to emerge from the modern era of YouTube.
RDC World, I study and I watch.
It's so surreal to inspire because like other YouTubers inspired me as well. Swizz was the first animated videos I ever seen. So we were directly impacted by Swizz, like for real. But also the YouTubers right now.
I just remember the moment of us being all together like, damn, we really hit 1 million subscribers because we have that kind of fan base that really enjoys what we're doing. That feeling is a huge amount of validation.
I'm telling you, I'm live, brother. We live, baby. We live, baby. LeBron and AD, watch our video, they laugh. I definitely feel pressure on creating the best content because you're like, damn, will I ever top that? Creatives know, like, you become a perfectionist. But I have to remember, like, you actually love this. What's making you not love it is that people can judge you. That's why I feel like community is so important.
Dreamzation for anime fans and gamers to celebrate pop culture, comics, and cosplay.
I wanted to create a con that everybody feels comfortable at and a con that is extremely fun. And I wanted black people to feel welcome at these conventions and give them a space to meet like-minded people. Because I felt like if I never met RDC, who knows what would happen.
Bro, I found out I was coming through. I went to DM you, and I found a gem. Oh, this is crazy.
Swoozy, what's up, man? I don't know if you know me too far, but to get straight to the point, I'm not an amateur if that's what you're thinking. However, I was wondering if you were interested in being in my Kids Next Door Avatar video. Bro, I told you. I really was out there. Hey, man.
So for the first year of DreamCon, we landed at like 600 people. Damn, these niggas really came here. This is crazy. And over time, that expanded to, oh, more people want to come up. Now we've sold out, and it's around 20,000 people. The energy at DreamCon is, I don't want to be corny, but it really is electric.